Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. How are you today? It is Friday, July 28th, 2017. Lots of stuff going on here. Again, almost don't know where to begin, but let's start off with the dollar. The dollar is getting killed again, and it's almost getting no coverage on the financial channels, which I watch religiously every freaking day. Again, it's part of the distraction. They want to tell you that cryptocurrencies are falling, although they have been rebounding, like I said they would. Over the past several weeks, Bitcoin is almost $3,000 again. But the dollar is in this downward trajectory with no end in sight. Gold and silver are both up nicely today, although again, these are fake markets, and they're going to continue faking them for as far as the eye can see. The stock market. Yesterday's action in this market was nothing short of bizarre. Started out of the hole higher, had a crazy intraday reversal, which hurt one of my positions, which I posted on my website, traderschoice.net. I was long eBay calls. I ended up having to close that today with a loss. It happens. That's life as a trader. You will never win all the time, and you know that. I did take up a position against the market yesterday, triple Qs. I also took up another position against the market today, ticker SPY. Check my website, traderschoice.net, for specifics on these. Be very cautious here, people. Look, here's the deal, and I think you know it, especially if you follow this blog. The Federal Reserve is determined to keep the stock market moving higher. In my opinion, it's going to continue doing that, but we need a pullback to make another leg higher. Although this is all fake, you know that. Look, what are the driving forces right now behind the market moving higher? It's the Federal Reserve. Number one, they're killing the dollar. A weaker dollar is stock market positive, is commodities positive as well. The Federal Reserve has promised to keep interest rates suppressed again for as far as the eye can see. Are they going to raise rates one more time this year? I think they probably will. Maybe in September. That's my best guess. And if you follow my blog for all these years, you know I have only been wrong about the Fed one time, once in all of these years. My record with regard to the Federal Reserve is honestly second to none. So I think I got a handle on what they're going to do. Let me just say this with regard to the Federal Reserve. We keep hearing about their balance sheet, how they're going to start dumping mortgage-backed securities and stop reinvesting in the long end of the debt curve. I am not convinced that this is going to happen this year, but we'll see. As of right now, I'm going to say it's not going to happen this year. A rate hike, one more hike probably is. Again, but we'll see how this plays out. The Fed is determined to push the stock market higher than it is already. And again, if you follow the mainstream financial channels, even these people over there, they're getting shook up about these valuations. The stock market is so out there right now. It's completely out of touch with reality. What's supporting the market, the only thing right now, look, Amazon had a big miss. Their stock is down like 3% right now. Apple's down right now, but the stock market isn't doing too much. I think it might be ripe to fall, but there are supporting factors here. The dollar, which is getting crushed, continues to get crushed even as I'm speaking. Again, that's a supportive factor for the markets, for the stock market. The Federal Reserve promising to keep rates low for as far as I can see, a supporting factor. So these distortions in the market are going to get worse, much worse, before they get better. I don't know why the Fed is so afraid to let this market correct to fair value. Well, it would be much, much lower, thousands of points lower, probably half value that it's at right now. Realistically, I'm not kidding. But again, this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when it happens. What the triggering event is, I have no clue. I don't care. I don't guess anymore. Just trying to ride this wave as much as humanly possible. So, what's the takeaway from today's video? The dollar is getting killed again, almost getting no coverage. Cryptocurrencies are rebounding like I said they would. Gold and silver are up, although I hate even talking about it because it's not real. These things should be multiples higher than they are right now, and I mean multiples. But they have no bearing on reality. These banks are going to get away with murder. There's no checks and balances. There's no regulators. No one is going to help any investor with regard to the precious metals. It's going to be the free market at one particular point, period. One last thing I forgot to talk about, the bond market. Two things, actually. The bond market isn't doing too much of anything right now. I think it's more or less in a holding pattern. Volatility is higher. It's starting to kick up. So again, these are tells that this market may be ripe to fall. That's why I took up these positions against the market. And I am being extremely cautious with regard to these things. I opened up small positions on both of these. I am going to watch them. I always do this. You know that's how I operate. I always take up a small position initially. So if it goes against me like eBay, even though I put a hedge on that, I did put a hedge on that trade yesterday when the market turned. I did take a loss, but it wasn't anything catastrophic. You got to limit your losses and maximize your gains. This is what it's all about. If you do this over time correctly, you will come out smelling like a rose. If you don't, you will lose. Period. All right. So that's the story with this video. I think it's been important. I covered the dollar. I covered a whole bunch of things. It is Friday, which means I'm taking the weekend off big time. I need to relax with this move I had this week. You guys know I moved. It's been crazy. I need to go hang out by the pool. I have to do this. Look at this color. Don't you think I need some color on this skin? It's ridiculous. All right, look, all of you have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and I will see you on Monday. We're going to talk about all this fun stuff. Over and out.